Footsteps in the hall at night. Even though you're gone, they echo in my mind. Your coffee cup is cold, just like your side of the bed. Every little silence screams the words you never said. We built a home out of promises and plans, but somewhere along the way they slipped right through our hands. Love doesn't live here anymore. It packed its bags and locked the door. All that's left are broken dreams and shadows of what used to be. I call your name, but no one's home. This heart is empty to the core. I still live here, but I'm not sure. Love doesn't live here anymore. Your picture's still hanging on the wall, like it's waiting for you to call. I sleep on the edge of what we were, afraid to fall, afraid to learn. We used to talk till morning light. Now we don't even say goodnight. Love doesn't live here anymore. It faded like the words forever swore. I gave you everything I had. You left me with the pain instead. I searched for you in every room, but all I find is empty floors. I'm still breathing, still hurting sore. Love doesn't live here anymore. If love could speak and cry your name, it'd beg you not to walk away. I tried to hold on, tried to stay strong, but loving you feels so wrong. Without you, I'd fix the cracks if I only knew which pieces of me still belong to you. Love doesn't live here anymore, just memories behind closed doors. I give my soul to feel your touch, but I guess I never was enough. So I'll learn to live with the truth of all the things we couldn't restore. I'm still here, still hurting for a love that doesn't live here anymore. If you ever come back looking for what we were before, you'll find my heart still on the floor. But love doesn't live here anymore. Midnight finds me wide awake again, talking to the ceiling like you're listening. Your jacket's still hanging by the door. I swear it smells like you, I can't ignore. I practice moving on, I try to pretend, but every goodbye just brings you back again. I wake up with your name still on my lips, like a prayer I forgot to quit. Every Ghost still dances in my room. Every song I hear just leads to you. I folded up the dreams that we made, but they keep on folding when I'm not okay. I tell myself you're just a memory, but memories don't hurt like this in me. I wake up with your name still on my lips, like a promise I couldn't dismiss. I say I'm fine, but it's just a script. When your love's the truth I miss, I swear I'm trying to forget, but my heart hasn't learned it yet. No matter how hard I try to quit, I wake up with your name still on my lips. If loving you was a crime, I'd serve the time for the rest of my life. If letting go was easy to do, I wouldn't still be breaking over you. I erase your number, not the pain. I close my eyes, I say your name. I wake up with your name still on my lips, like a scar I can't resist. I trade every tomorrow I get for one more night of what we had then. I'm learning how to live with this, but healing slow and I still slip. Yeah, no matter how hard I try to quit, I wake up with your name still on my lips. One day maybe it won't hurt like this, but tonight it's your name still on my lips. Still hanging on the back of the chair, like you're coming home, like you still care. Smells like smoke and late night drives, feels like you're standing right by my side. I told myself I'd pack it away, but every time I try I break. I still keep your jacket right where you left it last. Like if I hold on to the fabric, I can hold on to the past. It's too big for me, but I wear it sometimes just to feel you close tonight. Yeah, I still keep your jacket, 'cause letting go hurts worse than that. The zip is broken just like me. We never fixed what we used to be. Your pockets hold old movie stubs and a note that says I love us. They say time heals, but they don't know how losing you feels this slow. Still keep your still with mine. I hang it back up, I turn out the light, and cry where you used to say goodnight. I still keep your jacket, even though it tears me apart. It's the last piece of you still holding my heart. One day I'll be strong enough to let it go, but tonight I need it close. Yeah, still keep your jacket, 'cause it still feels like home. Maybe someday I'll give it away, but not today, not today. Your name still lives on my tongue, like a prayer I don't believe. I trace your shadow on the wall, just to feel you breathe. The house still smells like yesterday, your jacket on the chair. I talk to silence every night, pretending you're still there. I replay the way you said my name, but every memory I touch just burns me with the same. We loved in past tense, you and I, like a story we can't rewrite. Every forever learned how to end. Now it's once upon a time instead. Your heart's a place I can't enter, mine's still breaking in your defense. We didn't fall out of love, we just loved in past tense. Your laughter echoes in my head, in rooms I can't escape. I wear you goodbye like a scar time refuses to erase. I still reach out in my sleep for hands that aren't there. Waking up's the cruelest part, realizing you don't care. You promised me a lifetime, but left me with the blame. Now every dream I had with you is calling out in vain. We loved in past tense, you and I, like a fire that learned how to die. Memory always faded to then. Now I'm alone with how it's been. Your heart moved on to another sentence, mine stuck reading the end. We didn't fall out of love, we just loved in past tense. If loving you was a lesson, I learned it too well. I memorized every moment, every heaven, every hell. I'd still choose you in another life, even knowing how this ends. But here I am, surviving what we used to be back then. You don't miss me like I miss you. You don't ache like I do. I'm holding on to memories you already outgrew. We loved in past tense, can't you see? So I'll close the book, but not the pain. Some stories never make sense. I'll always love who we were, even if we only exist in past tense. You packed your words in quiet boxes, left them by the door. Said you needed room to breathe, I needed you much more. I watched you fall out of us like it didn't hurt at all, while I was still holding on to pictures on the wall. You said love changes with the seasons, like that makes the pain okay. But winter stayed inside my chest the day you walked away. I loved you longer than you stayed, longer than your promises. You moved on, I learned to ache and call it common sense. You stopped fighting for us sooner. I kept believing stronger. If love was measured by the pain, I loved you longer. Your silence speaks in heavy waves. It says you're finally free, while every song we ever were still bleeds inside of me. You found peace in letting go. I found scars I can't undo. You closed the chapter of our life. I kept rereading you. You said we were just growing apart, like it happens every day. But my heart didn't get the memo. It still hears your name. I loved you longer than you stayed, longer than your honesty. You found someone to take my place. I found the worst part of me. You stopped needing me sooner. I kept holding on stronger. If love was measured by the pain, I loved you longer. Maybe someday I'll forgive the way you left without a fight. Maybe I'll stop reliving us every lonely night. But right now I'm still breaking from the truth I can't outrun. You stopped loving me halfway. I loved you till you were gone. I still save your name in my phone, like you might call, like you didn't let me fall alone. I loved you longer, can't deny. Even when you said goodbye, you let go, held on tighter. Through the dark, through every doubt, you found closure. I found closure. Wasn't coming any sooner. If love was measured by the pain, I loved you longer. So if you ever look back someday and wonder why it still hurts, just know I stayed when you left. That's the difference between us. I loved you longer. We stood in white beneath a borrowed sky, smile stitched tight, but something in you cried. Your hand was warm, but your eyes were far, like you were already leaving where we are. The camera flashed, I thought love froze in time. Didn't know forever was crossing its fingers behind. They said love lasts when the vows are true, but promises shake when the heart's confused. There's rain on our wedding photos now, running ink where we swore our vows. Every smile slowly bleeding through, like the truth we didn't want to view. You look so sure, but heaven knew there'd be rain on our wedding photos too. Your name still echoes down the hall in frames that hang like ghosts on walls. We learned how silence learns your shape, how love can stay but still escape. I sleep alone in the broad real light, counting the dreams that decay with age. I wore your ring like a second skin, I didn't know it was holding the end. There's rain on our wedding photos now, blurring hope we can't talk about. Every kiss turning black and blue from the lies we were holding on to. We said always, but always would. There's rain on our wedding photos too. If love was real, then why does it hurt this way? Why do I miss you more every yesterday? I tear those pictures right in two, but I still see me loving you. I still see me loving you. There's rain on our wedding photos now, like heaven finally figured us out. Every dream soaked through with truth of what we lost and what we knew. We dressed in white, but we fell through. There's rain on our wedding photos too. I closed the album, let the tears compose a love that lived, then overdosed. The clock keeps breathing on the wall. Your name still shakes me when it falls. The bed is white, the room's too loud, with all the things we never worked out. Your jacket hangs like you might stay, but every shadow says you won't today. day. I reach for you out of habit, not hope. That's how I know I'm letting go. It's the silence after midnight, when the world forgets my name, when I'm fighting conversations that I'll never get to say. Your goodbye keeps ringing in a house that won't rewind. I break a little every night in the silence after midnight. Your last text still won't turn gray. I read it light, it might change. The moonlight crawls across the floor, stops right where you stood before. I whisper things I couldn't then to the ghost of who we've been. I count the cracks in what we were. They spell your name in every blur. It's the silence after midnight, where your absence learns my skin. Every memory gets louder when there's nothing pulling. Your echo keeps on breathing in the spaces of my mind. I fall apart in slow rewind in the silence after midnight. If loving you was a crime of the heart, I'd still plead guilty in the dark. I'd serve the time, I'd take the blame, just to hear you say my name. Say my name. It's the silence after midnight, where the truth refuses sleep, where I drown in all the moments I was yours and you were me. If tomorrow comes without you, I'll survive, but not just fine. I'll learn how to live with time and the silence after midnight. The clock stops breathing, so do I. Another night says it's goodbye. I still sleep on your side of the bed, like maybe you'll come home instead. Your coffee cups collecting dust, your promises are learning to rust. The clock keeps laughing at my pain, every second screams your name. I tried to move on, I swear I did, but love like ours doesn't forgive. Your goodbye still hurts, like it happened last night. Cuts me open every time I see your name in a light. I breathe but I break. I deleted your number twice a day, still know it by heart anyway. I hear your voice in crowded rooms, in love songs I didn't choose. They say you left to find yourself. Guess you forgot me on the shelf. I gave you my best, my worst, my truth. Now all I'm left with is missing you. Your goodbye still hurts, like a wound that won't close. Every almost and what if is a ghost that I know. I tried being strong, I tried all the cures, but no matter how far I run, your goodbye still hurts. If loving you was my mistake, I'd make it again just to feel you stay. I replay the night you walked away. Your silence louder than words could say. Break, you said we'd be okay. You didn't say alone. Your goodbye still hurts in the middle of my chest, like loving you was life and leaving me was death. I forgive you, I do, but forgiveness still burns. 'Cause even after all this time, your goodbye still hurts. Maybe one day I'll love without fear, but tonight you're still here. I was still learning how to love you right, still memorizing your middle name. I thought we had a little more time before goodbye would call my name. Your shoes are by the front door, like you might walk back in, but the house knew before I did you weren't coming again. I was halfway to forever with you when you decided we were through. You left before I was ready, before I could let you go. I still had hope in my pockets. You had one foot out the door. I was building our future slowly. You were already done. You left before I was ready, and now I'm the only one. I saved your voice in old voicemails, like a lifeline in the dark. I read our texts like bedtime stories, trying not to fall apart. They say love teaches lessons, but this one just took everything I believed in and tore it from the book. You said I'd be fine in time, but That's what hurts the most. Not that you don't love me, but that I still love you close. I'm learning how to breathe without you, but it's taking some time. You left before I was ready and took a piece of my life. One day I'll be ready to move on, but you didn't wait for me. Porch lights on like every night, even though you're not coming home. I tell myself it doesn't matter, but the silence proves me wrong. Your jacket's hanging by the door, still smells like yesterday. I swear I hear your footsteps every time the floorboards play. They say hope fades with time, but mine just learned to hide. I still wait for you, like you said you'd come back, like love doesn't leave, and goodbye's just a crack. I still save you a place in my heart, in my room. Everyone says let go, but I still wait for you. I scroll through nights we used to live, your smile frozen on my screen. I practice conversations you'll never hear from me. They say you've moved on already, found a life that fits you best, but you left your ghost inside my chest and it won't let me rest. I try to be strong, I try to pretend, I still wait.